From Careco TV, one of the longest-running outdoor programs on television today. Exploring the country and the coast in search of adventure. From the mountains of the Great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, this is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. This week on Americana Outdoors, Wade Middleton is at Medina Lake, Texas, to find out how the lake stands after extreme drought conditions that lasted up till June of 2015. But first, we're heading to Kentucky Lake, Tennessee for the 2017 Cabela's Collegiate Big Bass Bash, presented by Berkeley.
I think it's going to be a really fun tournament because with the multiple sessions, all the prizes, and it's just kind of laid back, having a good time pretty much.
A regular just 5 fish all day tournament, you're just grinding all day trying to get 5 bites, you know. But this one, it's like, well, if you don't, you have 8 chances to win.
Oh, it's a blast. It definitely gives us an opportunity to get out and just get back to the kind of roots of why we all enjoy the sport. We get to go out and you're not necessarily patterning fish and worried about this big competitive tournament as much as you are just finding that one big one, and it's exciting because anybody out here can do it.
We've got a record field on hand this year. There's an unprecedented 519 collegiate anglers, 84 collegiate campuses represented, and they're all hoping to cash in on the $30,000 total purse. And for those in the hunt for Cabela's School of the Year, this event is worth double points.
Yeah, they can change in a blink of an eye, especially with a tournament like this where double points and all that. I mean, you can see someone shoot up from that was never even really in the top 20. It's just a huge game changer.
This is by far the most points available tournament, and I think basically catching 2 fish, 5.5 plus, will put us probably in first.
Conditions on Kentucky Lake this week have been favorable, with water and air temps in the 60s and the bass beginning to push shallow. But things are about to change. A big front is due to push through, and due to the potential extreme conditions, tournament officials have made the difficult decision to cancel day 2 of this event. Weather reports called for winter conditions to arrive late in the day, but the snow began to fall just before sunrise, and when it was done, there was more than 4 inches blanketing the hills of Henry County.
I fished in sleet, I fished in rain. I mean, I've even fished in flurries before, but this stuff's actually, I mean, look at this. Built up all on the console.
I'm Cole Burdishaw.
I'm Cameron Mercer.
Auburn University. Oh my God, that's cold. Spring break. This is the start of Auburn spring break right here. Hey, we're going across the scales. About a 3-pounder. I'm not sure if it'll get a top 10 hourly, but it's a bass. They'll bite in the snow.
Caught a good fish. We were just coming down through here, kind of beating the bank, and got to a good point and settled down and took some time working a little bit and pulling a trap across it and stuck into a pretty good one. Probably around 8 pounds, so we'll see how it does at the scales a little later.
And while some anglers were battling it out in the blinding snow, others were back on shore, keeping warm and waiting for better conditions. Let's take a look at where we stand on the leaderboards. Gavin Bridges, fishing for UT at Chattanooga, picked up the first win of the day.
He's thinking 4.5. How about 5:27? New leader, 5:27.
Thomas Soleil took second with one pushing the scales to 5:32. But it was Spencer Guthrie from Kennesaw State stepping up and winning session number 2.
Yes, sir, a 5:74. Hold that fish up. You just took over the lead. That's the way to get them going. Hold that up for the camera. 5:74. Way to go.
Bethel University's Tristan McCormick was up on the stage with 6:44, but it was a little short. Tusculum's Corey Neese brought in the biggest fish of session 3.
I'm hoping 7.5 at least.
Let's do it. 7:57. Way to go. Get it out. Take a picture. In this session alone, presented by Cabela's, you have a $1,000 Cabela's gift card. Hold that up for Kevin.
Vika Center Edge, fishing for Southern Illinois University, cashed in on some great Garmin gear for winning session 4 with 656. After 4 sessions, it was Corey Neese from Tusculum College on top of the field with a bass weighing better than 7.5 pounds. You can keep up with the Cabela's Collegiate Bass Series on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, or just visit collegiatebasschampionship.com. Hey, if you're planning a trip to Kentucky Lake, then you'll want to plan your stay in Paris, Tennessee. They've got all the amenities, and they're right on the water.
Well, of course, Paris and Kentucky Lake and Paris Landing is our main tourism draw, but Paris has a lot of unique features. It's an old town full of history. We've got great shopping, unique restaurants, a lot of sights to see. And then even within a few hours drive, there's all kinds of natural resources for people to see and enjoy. If their family or friends are up here and their kids are fishing, there's plenty for them to do.
Look them up at fishkentuckylake.com.
Keeps ice for days, stays tough for a lifetime. For $250, you'll be one happy camper. Cabela's Polar Cap Equalizer Cooler. Great price, lifetime guarantee. Only at Cabela's.
The full line of Yamaha ATVs and side-by-side vehicles with class-leading durability and reliability. All real-world tough.
The art of the hunt is not painted with a broad brush. Its eye is in the details. The note on the refrigerator. A set of broadheads, tried and true. The well-worn boots, soaked in doe estrus. And a Garmin Rhino, the only GPS with two-way radio. Clear the rhubarb out of the freezer. It's whitetail season in Rhino country.
For sale, Lakeside Getaway, solid construction, with mudroom. For $200, no mortgage necessary. Cabela's West Wind Dome Tent, great price. Lifetime guarantee, only at Cabela's.
Since 1984, Sawyer Products has offered the most technologically advanced solutions for protection against sun and bugs. Sawyer Picaridin insect repellent is effective against mosquitoes and flies. It's safe on you and your gear. And to maximize your protection, use a combination of picaridin with odorless permethrin for your clothing and gear. Sawyer's Stay Put sunscreen will keep you comfortable and getting better protection for even longer. You're already outdoors. Sawyer keeps you there. High-Vis Shooting Systems knows that your shooting performance matters in all conditions. All high-vis shooters experience faster target acquisition with our durable LightWave sights. Featuring easily interchangeable light pipes, LightWave sights give your eyes the exact sight picture you crave. Shoot high-vis. See what you've been missing.
What I love about the Bradley smoker is that it cooks everything perfectly and it holds all the juices in.
So today we are going to be smoking some barbecue ribs, some venison sausage, and some dove, which is awesome.
You will never grill me doves again. I have to have them in the Bradley smoker. I would prefer to use the Bradley smoker every time I cooked. Well, that's really true because I love this thing. Okay. No lie. For more recipes, log on to bradleysmoker.com.
My secret weapon? Evercalm.
It's the first ever calming scent.
It's real smells from bedding areas.
To deer, that means safety.
Evercalm reassures even nervous deer,
which can help you get the shot.
I use Evercalm all season long.
Put it on your boots, your pants, and your decoy.
It's stick form, won't wash away or freeze.
Evercalm.
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 From the Family Deer Farm at Conquest Scents.
Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is brought to you by Garmin. Fight your fish, not your fish finder. Cabela's, it's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Yamaha Marine. Reliability starts here. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. We're in Paris, Tennessee, Kentucky Lake for the 2017 Cabela's Collegiate Big Bass Bash, presented by Berkeley. The week started off clear and sunny, but on tournament morning, anglers launched onto Kentucky Lake amidst high winds, freezing temps, and a heavy snow. Now, despite the tough conditions, Kentucky Lake lived up to its reputation as one of the best big bass fisheries in the country, allowing anglers to cash in on some big prizes in the hourly weigh sessions.
We're actually going to trailer. We're going to go put in way south. We're not going to try to make the every weigh in and get as much prize as we can. We're going to, all three of us are going to be in productive water, see if we can, one of us three catch a winning fish and come in the last hour.
Yeah, so you probably saw the snow. Miserable wet morning. In fact, we pulled the boat out of the water and trailered it and put back in, and then it cleared up and got relatively nice. The wind calmed down so we could fish some of our main lake spots. He hit that as I pulled it off that rock.
Well, that big one did.
Let's head back to Paris Landing weigh-in sessions. The team from UT Knoxville kept the ball rolling as Scott Ellis stepped up and won Session 5 with this Kentucky Lake monster. That fish not only won the session, it also put Scott in the overall lead for big bass, and it could be worth several $1,000s in free gear. Bethel University's Cody Huff brought up to the scale a 685 and won Session 6. And this is Bethel University's Evan Owery. With one more session to go, Evan jumps to the top of the overall standings. And now it's time for the final session.
We are going to start this off with a KJ.
The team from Bethel University has made quite the showing this year, with 18 fish in the money, including 2 session wins. Here, KJ Queen locked up fourth with one going 6'11". Bethel's Tyler Black was up next, and he slid into third with a 6'49". Murray State University's Ryan Lancaster shared third with his catch weighing 6'49". Kyle Sweet fishing for Illinois State. He only weighed one fish today, but it was a good one, sealing up second with a 6'58".
Way to go, 6'58".
And on top of the leaderboard at the end of Session 8 was Nathan Bell from Bryan College.
681, new leader for this session.
It's been a good week for these young anglers. They've picked up some valuable experience under some very challenging conditions.
I'm going to tell you right now, what I like the most about it is we get to fish big time tournaments, stressful tournaments with low cost. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's number one.
We have so much experience available to us at low cost.
There's a lot of business parts of it too, negotiating with different sponsors and trying to help everyone out while helping the team out as a whole.
The best part about college fishing is not fishing a tournament with your partner. It's the nights in the hotel. You get all your buddies in the hotel room. Stay up to 12 o'clock at night, just laughing, having fun. I mean, it's all around a great experience.
All right, we're going to start it off. Bethel University, y'all put your hands together for Evan Owery. Had an 849. He won it all.
In addition to the $1,000 Cabela's gift card he's already claimed, Evan picks up another $1,000 Cabela's card, a $2,000 voucher from Power Pole, an Angle cooler, a pair of Costa sunglasses, and a Gill rain suit, bringing his total for the day to nearly $5,000 in prizes.
No, I didn't really think it was all that big at first, but then it came up right at the boat, and I knew it was a big one. I just seen a big old head, and it dove down, strip and drag and everything. Got it up, got it in the net, hook popped right off. But it was a fun day. We caught some more big fish after that. Partner caught 6-pounder, another partner caught 5 3/4. So it was a good day.
Our final order of business on the day is a look at the Cabela's School of the Year standings. Bryan College started the event in 5th, and with the double points earned, they've made a big leap and are now sitting at the top of the standings with the University of North Alabama and Mississippi State close behind. You can keep up with the points race at collegiatebasschampionship.com. A big thanks to our hosts and friends in Paris, Tennessee. If you're headed to the region, then check out fishkentuckylake.com. Well, up next on Americana Outdoors, we'll have the update condition of Medina Lake after the extreme drought in the southern United States.
The outdoors. It's been my playground for decades. I enjoy everything about it. Like me, I bet you also look at the outdoors as your own personal playground. And like me, I bet you're always looking for the newest challenge. So come join me in my Smith & Wesson Performance Center handgun and let's share a new experience in the outdoors. Performance when it matters most from the Smith & Wesson Performance Center.
Heavy duty, rugged, and designed for the big game hunter and angler. The Food Saver Game Saver Titanium Vacuum Sealer has the power and performance to seal in the freshness of your game and fish for up to 3 years, 5 times longer than standard storage methods. And with its extra wide dual and repetitive sealing capabilities, that's a ton of big game savings. Tough tested and rated 4.8 out of 5 stars by outdoorsmen just like you. The Food Saver Titanium System, it's a true game changer.
When you're out hunting, make sure you're carrying GroveTech. GroveTech is designed specifically for the rigorous demands of the hunt and sets the standard for strength and ruggedness when out in the field. GroveTech products have simply built the best tools for the job and are proudly made in the USA. Go hunt. We'll carry the gun. GroveTech.
Stealth Cam. Proven reliability. Proven quality. Proven performance. Stealth Cam continues to push the boundaries of technology and innovation with its next generation of trail cameras. Proven performance in extreme conditions. Proven. Stealth Cam. Join the trail cam revolution.
When perfection is your goal, awards come with the territory. In 2016, 10-point and Wicked Ridge crossbows collected an unprecedented 5 Best-in-Class Industry Awards. The Reverse Draw Carbon Nitro RDX, Best Crossbow by Field & Stream and Peterson's Hunting. The Forward Draw Turbo GT, Best Crossbow by Outdoor Life and Game & Fish. And the Budget-Minded Warrior G3, Great Buy by Field & Stream. Regardless of the features you want or the budget you have, 10-point has an award-winning crossbow for you.
Oh, nice shot.
You put the cool in life. We put the cool in coolers. Arctic ice.
Engel's got the original high-performance cooler and a whole lot more. Engel coolers. Go with the original.
Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is brought to you by Sunline, the strength to guarantee your confidence. Hobie Fishing Mirage Drive pedal systems. And by Bubba Blade, the ultimate sportsman's knife. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. Now, during the extreme 2010 to 2013 southern United States drought, Medina Lake water dropped drastically. But after heavy rains on the Medina River Basin and the lake itself in May 2016, Medina Lake is 100% full. In June of 2015, Texas Park and Wildlife started the process of restocking the lake.
We're at Medina Lake today. The lake has been really low for the last 3 or 4 years. In fact, it was down to about 2% capacity at about 600 acres or so. Recent rains brought it up a lot to, it's now about 4,500 acres and maybe 60% full. So the lake's been, for all intents and purposes, devoid of fish and fishermen for the last 3 years because of low water level. And we're here today to restock the lake, to kickstart the bass population. And we're going to introduce 100,000 Florida bass fingerlings into the newly flooded lake.
This has been an absolute great fishery. Now this particular lake, Medina Lake, was built in 1913 when the dam was built, and it was one of 4, I believe, dams throughout the country that was the largest at that time. And then we followed it up in 1943 with the largest largemouth bass ever being caught by Mr. McGee, I believe was his name, and it was a 13.5 pound bass. And since then, my brother and I have caught many, many huge fish out of this lake. So putting the fingerlings into the lake again, I don't know what the drought has done to it because it basically was kind of a mud hole for about the last 3 or 4 years. So I know that we did have some lost fish out here, but these little babies are going to get in all this new flooded cover out here and they're going to grow. So maybe in 2 or 3 years, we'll be able to catch some fish out here again.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to stock the fish by boat, and we'll get the fish loaded into our tank within the boat, and then we'll boat the fish out till we find some good cover, and we'll stock the fish directly into the cover so that survival can be maximized. I mean, this lake, we use a set stocking rate, and it's by a shoreline mile, and at this lake's current elevation, it should, according to our standard criteria, receive about 84,000 fingerlings. Today we're putting in 100,000, and we hope to put another 100,000 in the next couple of weeks, so to give it a really super saturated stocking to really kickstart the population.
We have 200,000 total we're going to bring out. We're taking 20,000 at a time to different spots around the lake and putting them in real good habitat to increase their chances of survival. And since the lake has come up so much, it was just almost empty. Now it's better than half, 3/4 full, I guess. Lots of good habitat to put them in. We should have some great survival. The anglers should have some outstanding fishing in a year or 2 from these little guys.
This lake's always had a pretty fair bass fishery, so we expect these fish to grow really fast and be about the legal limit, 14 inches, in about a year's time, this time next summer. So, you know, they'll be plenty big enough for fishermen to catch, and I think once they start catching them, the word will spread, more people will come fishing. You know, we'll look at stocking some hybrid striped bass in this lake because historically it was a good hybrid striped bass fishery. We don't have any ready right now at our hatchery, but we will for next year and get those stocked in there, given the water level stays up. We get phone calls, you know, all the time from fishermen, you know, wanting to fish Medina Lake, and we have to, we can't even get on the lake. That's been our answer for the last 3 or 4 years. But, you know, we expect this population to really take off and provide great fishing and, you know, happy anglers, which is what we're after.
Coming up, Wade goes checking on the lake 2 years after restocking. Stay tuned.
Purina's Quick Drop is the perfect solution for attracting deer to your location and providing them with the essential nutrients that will encourage their growth.
Use these blocks where you can, and I promise you, not only are you going to see more game, but the game's going to benefit from you placing it out.
Stealth Cam. Proven reliability. Proven quality. Proven performance. Stealth Cam continues to push the boundaries of technology and innovation with its next generation of trail cameras. Proven performance in extreme conditions. Proven. Stealth Cam. Join the trail cam revolution.
The Bubba Blade 4-inch gut hook, featuring mossy oak breakup country, fashions a high-carbon stainless steel blade built perfectly to meet your needs. Designed for effective precision cutting. The famous Bubba Blade handle, featuring mossy oak breakup country, providing ultimate control when harvesting your game.
Bubba Blade, the ultimate sportsman's knife.
The thing about public land is that most people hunt the same old beaten path. The thing about you is, you're not most folks. Introducing the new TC Compass, only by Thompson Center. Follow your own compass with America's master gunmaker.
Image 360 at Round Rock provides professional graphics to businesses and organizations. Our professional team works closely with you to maximize the creativity and visual impact of your design. We do indoor and outdoor signs, banners, vehicle wraps, three-dimensional signs, window graphics, trade show displays, and more. Contact us today to significantly boost the visibility of your business with Image 360 in Round Rock.
Walker's continues to push the boundaries with innovations and technology in the shooting, sport, and hunting category. Introducing the all-new Razor series. Maximum protection, industry-leading noise reduction ratings. With advanced circuitry, SAC, sound-activated compression circuit, true form, super slim profile. Reliable, dependable, comfortable hearing protection. Fulfilling and exceeding the needs of every shooter.
You work hard to put feed where you need it, when you want it. And thanks to our patented SpinTech spinner mechanism that elevates up and down, you'll no longer have feed go to waste due to wind or unwanted varmints. When the motor is shut off, the spinner plate is automatically pushed up tight and sealed against the hopper, protecting your feed. Stop wasting your time and let the SpinTech technology work for you.
Hercules Outdoor Industries is the new leader in hunting blinds. However you hunt, Hercules is the one blind for all needs. Hercules blinds are entirely made in the USA using high-quality fiberglass components that can last through rain, snow, and all those cold winters. All Hercules fiberglass hunting blinds are foam insulated and carpeted, and Hercules Outdoor Industries will arrange to have it delivered directly to you. Find out more at HerculesOutdoors.com. Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, has been brought to you by Spro, Sports Professionals, Big Bite Bait, designed to bring the big bite to your line, and by Bradley Smoker, food smoking made easy. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. Wade Middleton drives up to the lake and launches his boat into Medina Lake, which has been restocked since June of 2015.
It's always fun to come out and go fishing, on a new body of water. And I say new body of water, I've fished this lake probably for 20 years, but I haven't been here in 5 years. It's just outside of San Antonio. It's Lake Medina. This is a historical lake. And some of the things to keep in mind when we talk about this lake right now is it wasn't long ago, it was at about, 6 to 10% capacity. It was basically a stream and was dry, for lack of a better word, and it flooded and filled back up, and there's tons of vegetation down on the bottom. You can see different brush piles and basically probably weesach and a lot of different growth that's grown on these flats, and we're just gonna kind of go fishing. The lake has been restocked by the Texas Parks and Wildlife about 2 years ago roughly, so we really don't even know if there's a catchable, sustainable population in this lake yet, but it was a pretty day. Springtime was here, been doing some work on the boat and simply ready to go fishing. Well, literally the very first cast we've made on Medina Lake in no telling how long. That's probably gonna be one of the fish that was stocked in here recently. Not a big one, but that's pretty cool to see a lake that has gone through such turmoil, such drought, such negative publicity, and we're able to fire out there and catch that fish like that. I mean, I'd be happy to catch fish like that all day long. You know why I'd be happy to catch fish like that all day long? I know what's coming in a couple of years. How cool is that? There he is. Ah, he come off. Right on that bush, that wind-blown bush. That wind is really blowing, which makes it a great jerkbait day, in my opinion, where a guy can run windy points, run bushes, run things like that, and throw that jerkbait down there, and I'm throwing the Spro mixed stick. It gets down about 3 to 5 feet and suspends. You know, water temperature is 52, 54 degrees right now, and that's, to me, just perfect for a suspending jerkbait like this. That little guy right there, he's gonna grow up pretty quick. This lake ought to be pretty fertile, about as fertile as Medina probably could be. Then this fishery is gonna flourish and thrive again, and you'll see bass fishing tournaments, you'll see recreational anglers come back, and that's exciting for an area that not long ago was basically looking at bare rocks out here. As you look ahead on the mapping, you can see the color shades that I've got there. And I've got it set up red 0 to 5, yellow 5 to 10, and green is 10 to 15. But you can see all those contour lines that are up there in front of us. And basically, we've got a big, long, sloping point. It's more of a bluff, it looks like to me, as we get up there. And I can see vegetation coming out off of it. If you really think about it from an obvious standpoint, look at the wind blowing right across it, blowing out of the south. This should be the warmest water that we're gonna find over in this area, so it's almost even 55. So if I'm a bass and I'm active and I'm up feeding, I should be there according to the books and the TV guys and all that, but a lot of times the fish are smarter than me and they're somewhere else. Oh, there's 2 of them. The other one was trying to get it away from me. See him right there with him? He just took off. Come up here. I think the other one was bigger. I fooled the small one. Those little suspending jerk baits. How fun is that? Let him go back. He's cold. So he felt a lot bigger than what should be in this pond. You know, a lot of times they'll just make a slash at this bait when you're jerking it like that, and that's what he did. We've accomplished kind of what I wanted to do. We were getting out here playing with the boat, checking on some new electronic setup, and I just wanted to see, you know, what Medina was looking like after all that drought. Boy, she's pretty right now. It's gonna be full of fish catching size bass pretty quick. I mean, if you're looking to have fun, it's already right there. So Medina Lake definitely has bounced back thanks to the efforts of a lot of people, primarily Parks and Wildlife, for stocking this, and then obviously the lake filling back up.
Hey, don't forget to visit us at AmericanaOutdoors.com for in-depth stories from the fields. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Americana Outdoors. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production.